Yo, welcome back to Pass the Sticks. I'm your host, JB. Joining me as always, Tokyo Swift and Gamer Live Look is back. What's going on, fellas?
What's going
What up?
on?
What up?
Not much, man. So, if y'all new to the show, let me tell you how this show's going to run down, man. A lot of stuff going on in gaming. Sony with an announcement today. PS5 Pro, we got details on it. We spoke about it. Was that last week, I think? We spoke about it last week. We got some details now. We're going to talk about that. The Sega Dreamcast turned 25 yesterday. We're going to talk about that as well as play some trivia to end the show when it comes to the Dreamcast. But we usually start this show with what games we're currently playing. Then we'll get into this week in gaming. Then we'll get to the topics. That's where we get to the PS5 Pro as well as the Dreamcast 25th. We usually will end with the spin wheel. We got all types of questions, but today we're going to play some trivia about the Dreamcast. So stick around for that. But as always, we're going to kick this one off with Gamer Live Look. Since you're the guest of honor, what games you been currently playing, bro?
Call of Duty, The Division, and Among Us. Virtual reality Among Us. That is so much fun.
Nice.
But that's
You
what I've
playing
been on.
Warzone or Black Ops 6 beta?
Beta finished yesterday, so it's back to regular Warzone.
Okay. Thoughts on the beta?
So with the beta, you could tell that they catered to the movement sweats. That's basically what it comes down to. So it's gonna be a bunch of tryhards with their sensitivity set on max, doing helicopters in the air while they're diving for no damn reason just to get a clip. I promise you, that's what it's gonna be.
I already seen that too.
It's great. It's fun. Don't get me wrong, because everything is new, fresh, but after a while, it's gonna be a shit show. I already know that, and part of my language.
Nah, I got you, man. Tokyo Swift.
You?
What games you been currently playing, bro?
I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom. I went back and played that because I've realized that I never finished it. So I was like, okay, well, let me go back and play that. Like, I basically just started over because I realized that apparently you can have more than one save file, like on Tears of the Kingdom. So, and I had no idea what was going on. So I just started over. I've been playing it with my daughter. She's been watching it because she likes to watch me play, stuff like that. So like she's obsessed with going into the chasms for some reason. Like it's weird. Like every other day, oh, you need to go to the chasm. Let's go to the chasm. I mean, like let's.
Because she's a princess, bro.
I'm like,
princess.
man,
she got to get in there.
I'm like, yeah, but I keep trying to explain to her. I need to go in there prepared, man. I need gloom resistant food. I need Sunderlions, man. I need mining equipment, man. I can't just walk up in there and just expect things to be cool. So so I've been playing a lot of that. I think that's really pretty much the only thing I've been playing, like, to be honest, because I mean it's a older game, man. It takes up a lot of time.
Absolutely. So for me, I played also the Black Ops 6 beta. The Omni movement system is cool. I agree with what Gamer Live Look said. I will say I've seen some wild stuff already, man. Like I've seen some wild stuff already where dudes is I don't think I've ever seen a fade away gunshot before, man. Like fadeaways, no looks, all like Patrick Mahomes out here. Yeah.
Kobe
diving to the side and sniping people.
Yeah, it's wild. It's gonna make for some cool like videos. I posted one that I found online with a dude like Superman, I
seen that. Superman that hole. Like
it's crazy. I could see some funny like stuff happening, but like for those classic Call of Duty fans, you know, back in the day when it was slower, I could see them getting very frustrated with this because like
you figure with the human shield element of the game, they're over here throwing Diddy parties at the house. It is hilarious.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild, but you know what, man? Like too often that we sat on here and said they need to change some stuff around, and they did. Obviously, they always look good. You know what I mean? They always are good looking games. The graphics are always good, but so far, just playing the multiplayer stuff like that, I could see it being fun. They added just small stuff that they put in Warfare 3, but like for example, voting on the next map, stuff like that, right? Stuff we haven't seen in a while that I'm glad that they brought back. Just small stuff that I can see it going in the right way. I'm excited for the campaign. I know I'm one of the few who still plays the campaigns, but hey, man, it's part of the game. But other than that, that's really all I played. I just played the beta all weekend. Check that out. I will get back to Flintlock Dawn, which I was playing last week. I like that game, so definitely like that game. But Kai, I just wanted to see the beta. Luckily, it drops on Game Pass. If you guys don't know, it drops on Game Pass at launch this year. So obviously, if you have PlayStation, you still got to purchase it. But I believe Xbox and PC, it drops.
You got the money,
so right.
Yeah,
So before you go out there and buy the PS5 Pro in November, drop it an extra $75. Don't get the disc though. You're gonna have to spend $800. But we'll talk about that anyway. Let's get on to this week in gaming, where we briefly look back on games that dropped throughout this week in history. And we're gonna kick this one off, y'all, with Sonic Adventure. Obviously, we're gonna kick this one off with a Dreamcast game. Sonic Adventure dropped September 9th, 1999, otherwise known as 9999 for all those who know. I'm gonna kick this one off with Tokyo Swift, man. Sonic Adventure Dreamcast 999. What's your thoughts on the game?
Man, like it was a good game, man. Like it was definitely a return to form because like the basically like all the other 3D Sonic games up to this point have been like failures but flops. Like they didn't really do it too much on a Sega Saturn at all, which is weird for like your mascot to not have like a signature game like on a system, which is kind of one of the reasons why it's like it failed. But yeah, I mean, like, it was a good game. This is showed off what the Dreamcast could do. It showed off the next generation of games because, yeah, I mean, technically it's considered the same generation as like the 64 and the PS1, but I feel like it's not. I feel like because it's like I feel like it's his own generation. I would say it's like maybe like a 2.55 generation because it's like because it came out midway through the life cycle of 64 and PS1, and right before Gamecast and PS2. So I mean, like it was a great game. Like I liked it. It was super cool. I mean, it was just a good game. I mean, like it didn't really. It was a big departure from the platforming aspects of Sonic, and it did run a little bit slower because of that. But it was still a good game, man. Like it was nice. I like that the Sonic Frontiers game that came out a couple years ago actually kind of went back to this formula, and it worked.
Right. Gamer Live, look, thoughts on Sonic Adventure?
With this game, like Swift said, the fact that Sega Saturn didn't have a standalone Sonic game is mind-boggling. But with this game right here, the way that they took what the Dreamcast offered as graphics and turned Sonic into that was phenomenal. I like that even when you play through the game, there's homages to previous games like Sega Knights and stuff like that, which is phenomenal. I just like everything about this game. It is a little slower than you would normally expect because of what was being pushed graphically and what the system capability was. But overall, it was a great experience, this game right here. And this is such an underrated game. People don't understand. Like, when we seen this for the first time, and I remember this was the first game I had for the Dreamcast. I was standing in line September 9th, 1999 in Jersey City, New Jersey, Newport Mall. I didn't go to school that day. I went to buy this. And it was such a good game. I believe I had this, Power Stone, and NFL 2K, which were the games that came day of console drop.
Launch day, yeah.
Launch day, yep.
Nice.
Yo, look, man, y'all know me. I'm a big Sonic fan. I'd even say go for it and say bias, right? What I remember the most about this particular game, because I do think they fixed out and patched out a lot of stuff with Sonic Adventure 2. That game ran like more true to form a lot faster. But with this particular game, it's just at the time you like Gamer Live like said, you're going from the Genesis. We're seeing Sonic because I don't count the Sonic on the Saturn with the 3D
3D,
spitball.
Sonic
yeah,
3D Blast.
I'm good on that. So basically, you're going from Sonic and Knuckles to this, and it's just again the Dreamcast with its graphical update. It's just the colors. I thought it was always good with colors, man. This game is dope. Again, I always say this game is slightly overrated only because people they jump straight to this game because it was a launch game, whereas Sonic Adventure 2 was just it was ill, you know what I mean? So I feel like they got back to true to form with the second one, but I still got major love for this one. Let's get to the chat real quick. Jess said, "So funny, I made a Sonic reference at work today." That's hilarious.
Yeah. I'm gonna need that reference. I'm gonna need that.
Were.
I'm gonna need to see what was said.
Said this one is super fun to play. All right. In the meantime, while she gets that reference, let's get to the next game. The next game, I'm sure Tokyo Swift is going to have a lot to say, of course, because he's our resident Pokemon fan. Pokemon Leaf Green and Fire Red dropped September 7, 2004. Obviously developed by Game Freak. Game Alive, look, I'm going to kick this one off with you. What's your thoughts on Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green?
They're both good games. They were both good games. This, like, for some reason, I was never really attracted to these Pokemon games. Never. At the time, as I grew older and kind of went back and revisited them, I grew to appreciate them. I grew to appreciate what they are. I grew to appreciate just all the mechanics and thought processes and all this that went into battling people, collecting these Pokemon, understanding. Like it was definitely eye-opening and a great combination. Great combination. Green Leaf and Fire Red were phenomenal games. They were really good games.
I'm gonna go next, and then we're gonna give Tokyo Swift the floor. So look, man, we always talk about gold and silver, and one of the things I said the last time when we talked about it, although those games have the most nostalgia for me, there were good Pokemon games afterwards, right? I know Tokyo Swift would say that, of course. My only thing with this game, personally, I just wasn't a big fan of the Game Boy Advance. That's really all it was. That's why it took me a while to get this. It wasn't until later on this very year when the SP dropped that I got around to having it. I still hate the original form of the Game Boy Advance. Hence why I didn't play any of the Advance games until the SP dropped. But once I did get my hands on this, which is probably more early 2005, then the Pokemon games is always fun, man. Going from whether it's you playing on the original Game Boy, whether you playing on the Advance, or whether you're playing on the DS or the 3DS, like Pokemon games is a staple. Tokyo Swift, you now have the floor.
All right, man. Look. Look. First of all, it's wild that, man, this game came out 20 years ago, man. Like this, but let me say like this, like Pokemon, like you can say whatever you want about the games and stuff like that, and and especially like the recent games that have come out lately. But one thing that Pokemon does right, and I wish that the rest of the game industry would do, is that when they remaster their games, they remaster it. It's not the same game which is a graphical update. Like I'm looking at you, The Last of Us. It's an updated game. Like it's an updated game. So like that means where every new generation comes out, there are new Pokemon in this game to be had. There are new mechanics in this game, stuff like that. Like obviously the graphical capabilities are exponentially higher because the original Pokemon games were black and white. So it was such an upgrade to the original, and I love the fact that they're that they remaster these games, but it's not just a re-release. Like it's the difference between a re-release and a remaster. What people call remasters are just re-releases. Like this is a remaster. This is okay. This is a different game. This is a different game than Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. And I wish more companies would do that if they had to, like, if they felt the need to remaster games, which is fine. I mean, it's always good to go back, pay homage, like stuff like that, and like bring a new audience into your older games. But just doing the same thing over and over again, like, no. Like, so I love like how they did this. I don't think that this is the best remaster, but so far the first 3 remasters of the games have been excellent. Pokemon Leaf Green, Fire Red, excellent. Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, excellent. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, perfect game, perfect. I need that Homeland to me. It was perfect in every way, down to the last minute detail. The only one I didn't like was the Gen 4 game because I didn't like Generation 4 at all. Anyway, so I knew I wasn't going to like the remaster because I didn't like the original game. But just to say, just to not drag this on a little, man, these are good. These are great games, man. I'm glad that they do this. I wish more companies would take this route when they go to remaster the games to make it so hey, obviously keep it enough the same so people can remember and then nostalgia bug can hit them, but at the same time keep it fresh, keep it updated, give us something new around, because if it's just like the old game, I'll just play the old game. What's the point of buying a new game if it's the same as the old game?
All right, Jess said it wasn't super eventful. I basically just did something super fast and sent the Sonic gift.
Fair enough.
Gotta go
fast. All right.
I know people waiting for us to talk about that PS5, but in the meantime, let's get to the next game. Next game we're talking about is a game that I had on my when we did our most overrated games, and people, was a little hot about it. But Destiny drops September 9th, 2014, 10 years ago yesterday. I'm gonna kick this one off with Tokyo Swift, man. What's your thoughts on Destiny?
I remember when Destiny came up. I played it, and it was a cool game. But it was because basically the first game that Bungie did post Halo, and it showed, because I remember specifically walking around. I was playing with online with a friend, and I was like, "Yo, we need to go this way. Oh, hey, let's jump over here and let's do that." And it was like, "Damn, man, how do you know which way to go? To get that vantage point on these." I'm like, you know why? Because I'm a Halo player. This is New Mombasa, man. They literally took level designs from Halo and put them and reskin them for this game. I'm like, fam, I know New Mombasa when I see it, man. Are you serious? So I was like, yeah, I mean, it's I would say that it's this game is super overrated for what it was. It was pretty good. I think the second one was more overrated than the first one. But I mean, it was still a good game, though. I mean, it's it just made me want to play Halo, and so I went back into play Halo.
Okay. So, Game Alive. Before I go, man, go ahead, man. What's your thoughts on Destiny?
I didn't like the game at all. It was just a Halo copy and paste. I was not a fan. There was nothing that made me want to play the game, because the more I played this game, I realized Halo was better. Right. That's the reality of the situation. Destiny 2 is the same thing. It's the same thing. The only difference is Destiny 2, they're just getting people attracted to the season pass of constant loot grinding for no damn reason. There's nothing new in the game. There hasn't been nothing to do in the game in the last 7 years, but yet you sell them a season pass and they swear up and down that they're going to find the Holy Grail out there somewhere, and it's just never going to happen. It's annoying. That's just, sorry if you guys are Destiny fans. Wasn't a fan at all.
Well, yeah, I know where I stand. Look, I'm not going to say this game is bad because, again, it's not bad. Definitely has its fan base. People go crazy for Destiny, especially the first one. But I agree with you. I said, man, like I said, it was Halo, and that's what made me I was like, it's not as good as Halo, but yet at the same time, it was just a hot game. It wasn't necessarily anything necessarily out the box or good, but the fact that so many people was so hype about this game made me go out and get it. And I was like, yo, everybody talking about it, everybody on the game. Now I'm playing it, and I'm like, this kind of making me want to go play Halo 3 or 4. Like, and it's just that's why I say it's overrated, because it's not bad. It's just the fact that everybody's saying it's like one of the best shooters of all time. And I'm like,
no.
Nah, yeah, it's just not. But all right. Just said I'm struggling to accept the fact it's been a decade.
It's wild.
Also, so somebody hit me on the side, was like they watching the debate. I forgot about the presidential debate, but PS5 Pros is a topic. The Dreamcast turned 25. We don't got time for the president.
I don't live in that country no more. It's none of my business. That's none of my business, man.
Yo, the next game we talk about, Super Mario Maker. I'll kick this one off, man. This game right here, although I didn't spend too much time with this game, I thought the concept was dope and way overdue. We always talked about the Mario levels, like growing up and stuff like that. And there's always like, yo, like how cool would it be to make your own, right? And yet the game still had a little like concept and story to it with the like why you make your own levels, you get to play them. Great concept. Again, I wish I actually had more time with it just at this time. I'm almost positive this right here, when I had to go rebuy my Xbox One because the other one broke. I had to go get the Master Chief Edition. And at that point, because I spent the money on it, I was basically spent all my time on that. I didn't get it around the Mario Maker to like 2019. So I'm gonna pass it over. Game Alive. Look, what's your thoughts on Super Mario Maker?
The concept is phenomenal, especially that you can play all the variations of Mario throughout the years, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
The only issue I have with the game is that you can create levels, but that's it. That's it. There's nothing more to it. It's not like you can create levels and turn it into a whole, like there's an adventure behind it. No, it's you create your level and then get into a community and try to beat other people's levels. Mm-hmm. It's too basic. There's nothing more to grasp from that. And that's why, like the game, like I said, the game is good, but it just, the wow factor, you'll get over it right away. And then that's a game that you'll end up picking up when you're bored and you want a challenge. That's not a game that you could just be like, oh, I gotta play this, oh, I gotta beat this, there's nothing to beat. There's no end story. You're not saving Daisy or Peaches or nobody. You're saving your sanity at that point.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Tokyo Swift, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, like I agree, man. Like it's not something that it's like, okay, you need to play, or you even really feel reward playing. To me, personally, like, because I remember when this came out, because one of my dudes, like, they actually ordered for me for my birthday. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I've been jumping on this because he was on it, and he was creating levels and stuff like that. Well, all right, this is cool. Like it's cool that they did it. I mean, I guess they are running out of things for Mario to do. And he basically did everything. So it's like, I mean, but it was like you said, it was cool. Like it was cool that you could go through, you could do like the NES versions of Mario all the way up to the current Wii versions of Mario, like the 3D plan. That was super cool, man. And there's like a Super Mario Maker 2, like there's still a community out for it now, and they're still making these ridiculous, impossible, insane courses like to run through. I'm like, yeah, it's super cool. I mean, people have fun with that, like, because especially like as speed runners, like speed runners community took this and ran with it. Mm-hmm. I mean, for lack of a better words, no pun intended, they picked it up and ran with it. So it's like I mean that's super cool. At least somebody's getting some play out of this. So for me, it was basically a one and done for me. Like it was like, okay, this is cool, but I mean, I'm not really going to play it too much. So like, it doesn't really. It's not registering me like to the point where I was like, okay, I'm on this like all day, every day kind of thing.
Right. All right. Jess said, got to get the little one on the game again. Yeah, she definitely want to play Mario Maker too. So definitely gotta get on that. All right, let's jump to the actually that was the last game we were talking about. So that's the end of this week in gaming. Next week we'll have some more games to talk about. Before we get to the Dreamcast turning 25, let's quickly jump over to the news that dropped today. Yesterday, Sony announced there will be a PlayStation Direct showcase, whatever you want to call it, mini. And we got an announcement. PS5 Pro announced releases November 7th. And there's the price tag, fellas. That's the one everybody talking about right now. That vaunted $699.99. Now, Tokyo Swift predicted it. He told us about how in Japan, they already increased the price of the regular PS5. I just want to let people know there is no disc drive with this PS5 Pro. If you want the disc drive, it is about $99. And from what I read, the disc drive you buy, if you have the digital version now, will not work with the PS5 Pro. It does not attach seamless, you know what I mean? Like perfect. So that's $99. So it'll be $800. I'm gonna kick this one off with Tokyo Swift. I know all three of us got a lot to say, but Tokyo Swift, what's your thoughts on this PS5 Pro?
I like the deep breath. Go ahead and take it one more time. One more time. Let your frustration go here.
This is what's wrong. This is what's wrong with the video game industry, and this is what ushers in the downfall of the video game industry, like especially with the console industry. There's never been a console in the history of this galaxy that was worth $700, man. This is ridiculous. Like it's like $700 is like now like $700. You are approaching not just you're approaching an okay PC territory. So that way you can just I'm just gonna just spend it on that. So we can have which a much better grab, because I watched this. This morning for me, last night for y'all. But I mean, I watched it this morning. Basically, all they were talking about was just, it's going, a little bit more FPS, a little bit more ray tracing and large GPUs like that. So all the background stuff will look a little bit better. The sounds will be a little bit more clear, stuff like that. I don't care. That's not worth $700. That's not worth $700 to me, fam. That's insane. That's that's basically me being being a chef by trade. I make you a nice ribeye. I'm gonna charge you $40 for it. But I say, no, hold on, fam. What if I make you the nice ribeye, a slightly better sear, on it? And I might even put some compound butter on there, and now it's $100. What? Hold on. It's not you're not upgrading anything. I mean, fam, it doesn't make any sense. There are no games out for PlayStation that I'm oh man, I need to pay $700 so I can play this game on the PS5 Pro. There are no games out to play. I don't want to play Spider-Man. Spider-Man is it looks good enough. And it's not going to look dramatically better. That's the problem. I literally raised the resolution up on my TV to see that maybe I can see the difference more. The difference is minuscule. I'm no, they can keep that. I hope that nobody buys this. I hope that they choke on this. Please, do not buy. Look at me, fam. Do not pay $700 for this console, because if you do pay $700 for this console, that's saying, hey, you know what? People will pay $700 for a console. I bet you they'll pay $800 for the PS6. I bet you they'll pay $900 for the PS9. Please don't do this. No disc drive. So if you have physical discs, I guess you can just Kobe those right into the garbage, I guess, because I doubt they're doing it. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they're not doing it something where if you bought the physical copy, there's a QR code where you could just where you can have the digital version as well. So please don't buy this. Do not buy this. Don't buy it. Please don't buy it. That's what I would say. Please don't buy it. Please don't buy it. There are no games to be had. Please don't buy it. Please don't buy this.
Tokyo Soft's not a fan of the improved ray tracing. Gamer Live look.
Just one more thing. Just one more thing. Please don't buy this.
Gamer Live look. What's your thoughts?
The fact that during their campaign of this beautiful video that they're showing, that they're happy about 45% faster and 67% more computing power, that means not a damn thing to nobody.
None.
So to warrant a $700 price range for something, you're looking at, and I could name quite a few different things that you could purchase that are going to be better than the PS5. You're looking at what's that handheld console, the one that's the ROG. You're looking at that. You're looking at graphics cards to build PCs at this point. You're looking at a lot of things that you could spend $700 on without a disk drive. And then if people do buy into this and purchase this console, you're setting the industry standard now for all consoles to be sold at that price. And it's going to be such a debacle. It's not even funny. So I pray that, obviously they're going to get the fanboys that are going to, if Sony says jump, they're going to say off what bridge. It's going to happen. They're not even going to say hi. They're going to ask what bridge. Okay, that's how bad Sony fans, like deep hardcore Sony fans are. But this is not a good look for the gaming community. This is not a good look for Sony. Do you realize that we are in I don't want to say we are in a recession. The best way to put it, there's a huge inflation problem going on in the United States, and you're asking people to spend $700 on entertainment when we could barely afford $700 in groceries, when we could barely afford the rest of the rent or our light bill because of how bad inflation is right now. You lost your mind, Sony, and it just sucks, man. And so, quote a great man I know very near and dear to me: do not buy this. Do not buy this. Do not buy this.
Do not. Please don't.
All right.
Please don't.
So I missed the initial showing of this, right? So when I started seeing the tweets from Wario64, shout out to him, always got all the info on game sales and stuff when stuff goes on sale. And he was like, PS5 Pro is here. I was like, we kind of knew what was going to get announced, but I was like, let me check it out, open mind. So I sat down. I saw it was only like 10 minutes. So I sat down and I watched it. And I sat there and I listened to it and I watched it. And I was like, I obviously heard the price, thought they was bugging. So I was like, you know what? Let me go back and actually pay attention to it. And I watched the video. None of these games they showed are new. They already came out. They showed The Last of Us Part 2.
Again, they're gonna keep going to that well.
The Last of Us Part 2, Spider-Man, God of War. It's like, bro, like one of the things that like literally tripped me out on this is this right here. When they showing the split screen, I'm like, bro, unless you know what you're looking for, it looks exactly the same. It may look a little brighter, but like that's a $200 difference. That's the wild part. Like paying $500 like we all did, most of us, like unless you got the scout pricing for the Xbox Series X and the PS5 was high enough. We didn't just say, I bet we're gonna spend $500 on these things. We literally was like, damn. But it's a new generation. There was graphical leaps from the PS5 to the PS4, Xbox Series X to the Xbox One. All right, cool. But now we talking 4 years later, and like I said, in my opinion, the Xbox Series X and PS5 really dropped like 2 years ago because that's when everybody was able to really get their hands on them.
Let me stop you for a second. You see the video that you got playing? Can you pull it back a little bit? Yeah, I want to show you what they're doing. I just caught this right there. A little bit forward. I just peep sign right here. All right, cool. You see how? Stop it right there. You see how they're zooming in on specific locations of each side to then sell the Pro versus the PS5. but when they do it wide angle, you don't notice the
No
difference. Yeah, press
Right.
play. Watch the next thing. You see,
Yeah.
there's no difference. Absolutely no difference. But they want you to focus on the guard tower to make it seem like there's a difference.
Right.
Same thing here. You can literally
read the
see.
sign
Yeah,
a little bit different. Like
exactly. That's what they're selling. That's their. I don't know if you peeped that, but I caught this just now. This is their selling point.
Yo,
like, oh, the leaves. Look at like stop and look at the leaves, man. Like it's the leaves are worth $700. Like
there's a lot of people who will say like that I'm a homer when it comes to gaming in general, right? Like I'll take shots at Xbox, I'll take shots at PlayStation, but I'm always like, but on the bright side. This is, and to some degree, I agree. Like I love video games, like we all do, and sometimes I could be toxically optimistic about it, right? But this is crazy. Like $700. We literally had a convo maybe like a month ago about spending $550, $600 for a console, and we all was like, nah, right? We talked about $150 for GTA 6, right? We all was like, it better be the greatest game of all time. $700, not even for a new console. This is a mid-gen refresh. A $200 gap for a mid-gen refresh, and like I said,
that's a 40% increase for y'all who don't want to do the math.
Right,
40% increase in price.
And the insulting part is watching the video when you got the audio playing. You got my man up there talking about, oh, in Gran Turismo, you'll be able to see the shadows as they're driving. Who the hell cares about shadows? Like,
yeah, I'm not looking at. Like, if you're looking at the shadows, you about to see a crash. Like,
right.
Like if you're driving,
I don't know what shadows are paying my bills.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you wild, man.
Like
yeah, but go back to what Gamer said. It was like, look, man, they and when you said too, Jay, like they showing a bunch of old games. They showing a Hogwarts Legacy. They're showing The Last of Us. They're showing Ghost of Tsushima. They're showing the Ratchet and Clank. Showing Spider-Man. All these games came out a long time ago, man.
Right.
Like it's like I mean, okay, the only game that's actually came out on PS5 was the Spider-Man game, and I believe like the Ratchet and Clank game. Like everything else is older than my child. So it's like I don't get it. I mean, like, okay, another Final Fantasy remaster, cool, fam. But like it don't like I was saying, this is going to fail. People, the Sony's about to find out that people were serious when they said $500 is the max that they're going to pay. People aren't really going to run out and buy this because, like as Gamer said, people ain't got no money for this, man. People like, yo, $700 is a lot of money. Like even if you got money, even like say, look, I got a couple $100,000. I was in the bank, stuff like that. $700 is rent. Like in some small cases, rent like to people. $700 car payments, groceries, stuff like that.
Yeah,
$700. That's an insane amount of money, especially like because you know that like I said, if you got the physical version of PS5, all your games are meaningless now. Like if you buy this game, so you got to buy them again. So
let me take it to just base level, man. Let me pause it right here.
I got something for you too.
I got take it down to base level real quick. There's no disc drive. $700 for a digital console, no disc drive. So if you spend $500, because remember that's the disc, that's the PS5 with the disc drive.
Yeah,
like
read the fine print right there too. Read that fine print right there too.
Take those games. Yep, I was getting to it. Take those games. It only come with a damn stand.
Don't even come to stand. So you
$50.
gotta lay that. So you gotta lay that shit down. Like
the stand is $50. So if you want the vertical stand with the disc drive, we talking $850. $850 for a PS5 Pro that plays the same games as the PS5. That costs what? The digital is what? $450, $400?
I think something like that.
So we talking $400. We talking double the price to play the same games. But if Gamer Live got the PS5 Pro and Tokyo Swift got the PS5, Gamer Live can see the person in the fifth row a little better in Madden than Tokyo Swift can.
Yeah, because
Let me end that conversation real quick. Because they're going off of specs, off of old games. There is no studio right now that's going to be able to, how do I say that? To utilize those specs.
Right.
That takes years. That's not something that happens. So by the time those specs are utilized, we're already in what? We're Gen 8 now, Gen 9, Gen 10. By the time these supposed specs get utilized, what are you paying for?
Yeah, it was.
The wild part is we sat here a few weeks ago and we literally talked about, can Nintendo charge that rumored price of $399 for the new Switch? And we all was like, they better come with something crazy for that. We talking for the price. If you want the PS5 Pro that can stand upright and you could put a disc in it, we talking about 2 Nintendo Switch, 2 Super Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, you're talking about like shit, like almost $1,000, man. Like, and like I said, for that price, for like almost $1,000, just get a PC. You can build one. You can build a good PC for $1,000.
And PlayStation Plus sold separately.
Yeah, and it's sold separately, fam. And it's sold separately, and like not that it matter because there's no value to PS Plus. there's no value.
Tokyo. I don't mean to throw you under this bus, but I think that people should hear this. Ever since this video was announced this morning in Japan, what has happened, Tokyo, as far as Xbox sales over there?
Oh, they have exploded. Like Xbox sales have exploded, man. Like because they've been exploding for some time because like as soon as like they announced that the PS5, like the regular version, was going to increase in sales, increase in price, like people started buying up Xboxes non-stop, man. Especially for that Black Myth game that mysteriously vanished. Like, cause I'm like, yo, I'm not in like the Bears universe where it's like where I thought that it's coming to Xbox. Nah, fam. Like I saw it, and like they pulled it from like you can't even search for it on like Xbox. I don't know what happened, but something happened. Yo. So it's like, but either way, Xbox has been blowing up here in Japan now, like at the point where it's like I can pick this I can pick a camera up right now. We can go down to the electronics shop right now. I can show you all the PS5 just sitting there chilling on the shelves. We won't find no Xboxes though. Because like we won't find no Xboxes because cause like Sony is already alienating its own home fan base here in Japan. So you think they care about people struggling in the U.S. or Europe or something like that? I don't care about that, man. They're like, look, man, give me the money.
So we gonna.
I got a question real quick. I got a question for both you guys. Do you think that this is the beginning of the end for Sony in the gaming space? Really want you to think about that.
I think so. I don't think it's the end, but it is the beginning. Like they've been on a downfall because I've said it a couple of times on the show. Like in Jake and Fauci, like yo, we are in a dark age of gaming. Like the golden era was like the 90s. Like we are firmly in a dark age of game. I mean, yes, games look is better than they'll ever look. Like right now, they're bigger, they're greater, stuff like that. But in terms of the actual industry, what consoles selling for $700 with no value, basically taking away features and locking them behind paywalls and stuff like that. The ability to make your console stand up, you got to pay for that. I'm telling like right now, like I don't like it's not the end for PlayStation. Like they're not gonna fall off. Like we're not gonna see breaking news like so Sony's done. But anytime soon. But yeah, like this is like when you go back on it next 10, 15, 20 years, and so Sony is like basically an afterthought. You were like, yo, you can point to like to these last couple of years. Okay, that's the catalyst, because people will think that, oh, Sony too big to fail, blah blah, stuff like that. You know who else was too big to fail once upon a time? Sega. Sega was like if I had told you, but I time travel back to 1996, and I told you, hey, by the way, Sega's not going to be 96. It's in like 10 years. You laugh me out of the room. You laugh me out of the room.
Imagine getting the Dreamcast and being told this will be their last console. Nobody would have believed you.
Fam.
Nobody would have believed you.
Console. Yeah.
I'm optimistic, but at the same time, I will say, just being real, in terms of it being the beginning of the end for PlayStation, I'm gonna say no, only for one reason. I don't trust the Sony fans to do the right thing. I agree, the right thing would be not buy this, and they are hot right now. Don't get this twisted. Right now, they are angry. They're hate tweeting PlayStation. They're begging for Jim Ryan to come back. Like, that's going to do something. They are mad, but what happens when Sony releases stuff? You see what I'm saying? Then they go get it, and then they go get it. So that's why I'm saying, I'm like, I think what's best is if they take their hate and their anger and they actually combine it with their wallet and not buy it, right? Whether Wolverine drops or whatever, just don't buy it. Because we'll get to the chat, but my next question was going to be, is this a trend? And we talked about Xbox. Now we know Nintendo's not going to sell anything for $700, but they're bumping up their prices too, right? Xbox, obviously, they put out 3, basically changed the colors. They added a disc drive for one thing, took the disc drive away from the Series X. If you buy that, you choose to buy that model. But is this, look, man, before I even get into that question about it becoming a trend, let me just say, I saw some people, there are still that pocket, right, who's like, this is a good thing. And they was like, well, nobody said nothing with the PS4. The PS4 Pro to the PS4 was a jump. It was a jump. It was it was a big jump. The Xbox One X to the Xbox One was a big jump. Massive. At this point, this right here, this is not a jump.
This is a reach. This is literally a reach.
Yeah, a reach. Yeah, it's a reach. Like it's wild. It's wild because it's like I said, it doesn't make. And then one thing that I would say, because just said, like with no disc drive, what is that doing to a game conservation? Like if we start, because you start moving away from disc, like for physical media, now it doesn't exist anymore. Perfect example, that game that Sony launched and then took back Concord. They pull that from that from the shelves.
You can't access it.
Yeah, you can't access it. So I'm like, so in the sense, it's like if it's all digital, then it just disappears. It never happened. Like it's like it never happened. So like Pixar didn't happen. So like
let me.
This is what I mean, man. Like
let me knock out this chat. Let's knock out the chat real quick, and then we'll get to the question about it being a trend. Because I know you got some takes on Xbox. If they are going to release a mid-gen Pro, like their version of a Pro.
This conversation right here will be here till 3:00 in the morning. I'll tell you right now.
Jess said the specs could have been completely unheard of and incredible, and it still would be BS to charge $700 with no disc drive.
Yeah.
Absolutely. LV, who has a PlayStation 5, said, "What's up, fellas? PS5 Pro a no-go." He said better graphics for the same games.
Right.
And then he said specs. He says specs are for nerds. Fire up the 2K, bro.
Right. Because to be honest, that's it right there. Most people don't care about like frames per second is like a hot button talking. Most people don't know what that means. Like most people don't care.
They don't even notice it. They don't notice it.
You don't notice it because people are like, oh well, this gets 30 FPS, this gets 45, this gets 60 FPS. Like honestly, unless you're supposed to be getting 60 and you're only getting 10, that's the only time you're actually going to notice. So like there's not that big of like a lot of it's a hot take, I guess, but there's not that big of a jump between 30 frames per second and 60. Like even though it's just double the number, like especially in games, because most games are running 30 frames per second. But like most TVs that you buy aren't even going to even handle it anyway. So you're going to lag behind. Perfect example, like the PS4 Pro, like it couldn't catch up. Like it was the opposite. It couldn't catch up to most TVs. So the performance mode made the game stutter. So
Right.
because I remember I bought Sekiro Shadows Die Twice for PS4 Pro. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give my PS4 Pro some work, stuff like that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna play in this. I'm battling the boss. This is a from game, guys, a from game, and I'm battling a boss, and like the game is literally like the screen is cutting out and cutting it back on because it cannot handle like the 4K by 4K TV. I'm like, no, absolutely not, man. Like this, it's not worth it, man. Stay on Xbox.
I just know the scalpers are punching the air right now.
Good.
They are.
Good. Let them. I want them to choke on. I want them to be the only ones to go out and buy this and try to sell them for $1,000, and then they look around their house and it's filled with just PS5 Pros that nobody wants to buy. Like I hope
stands and disk drives.
Yeah, and stands and disk drives. Like and PS Plus subscriptions. Like this is. I want y'all to choke on that.
Just that, imagine physical copies become a card with a QR code in a plastic case. I can see it.
It's like a dystopian nightmare. Like that's some Black Mirror like stuff like that. I'd like this is nightmare.
Wasn't that what they were for the Virtual Boy? Literally,
I think so.
They not a QR code per se,
not QR code, but yeah,
but it was just a plastic that you just put in. It was crazy,
and that's why I failed.
I want to ask this now. Pro systems, this increased price. We talked about Sony now. We see it $700. The rumor is Nintendo $399 for the successor to the Switch. Is this becoming a trend? Are we looking at whatever Xbox drops, whether it's mid-gen or whatever the successor to the Series X is? Are we looking at $700, $650, the new price point and up? What's your thoughts? Is this becoming a trend?
You go ahead, Tokyo. You start.
I don't think it's going to become a trend because they'll look. I mean, they're like corporations like Microsoft and Nintendo. Like they are greedy, but they're not stupid. Like it's like there's no way that they're going to look at this and see all this backlash from these fans, stuff like that, and be like, okay, yeah, let's do that too, because Nintendo fanboys and Xbox fanboys, they're not as devoted and like drinking the Kool-Aid as much as Sony fanboys are. Like they will switch in a heartbeat. So it's like they're not going to be like, oh well, I'm going to just I'll just drop $700 to play like the same games I've been playing. You know, like it's like I don't think Nintendo definitely won't do that. Nintendo, I don't even think they'll come near $500. Like forget $700. I don't think they even come near $700. I think the new console will probably be $400 max. Xbox, they're looking like this is a prime opportunity for them because they're, like I said, they're already selling out like in Japan right now. Undercut, they're going to continue to undercut, like undercut. Like I don't think they're going to drop a mid. I can't think anymore.
Like a mid-gen.
Yeah, reflex? I don't think they're going to take a mid-gen reflex because they already did it. Like they dropped the Series S and the Series X at the same time. The Series X basically is the pro version of Series S. So I don't think they're going to drop one. But if they do, then it's not going to be $700. They'll I bet you what they'll do, like the smart thing to do, like they'll drop the price of the Xbox Series X and then put that new console at $500 because. Again, like I said, there are no games for PS5 Pro out right now. So a lot of games they're playing the older games, and a lot of these games, other than obviously the console exclusives, like stuff like Call of Duty, everybody can play it. I'm like, what would you rather do? Would you rather spend $500 and then maybe $50 like extra $60 to get Game Pass and get Call of Duty, or spend $700? Plus additional $70 just to get Call of Duty, and it looks the same. Probably worse because Xbox graphics are always better than PS graphics. So I mean,
In the live, like, what's your thoughts?
Just don't buy PS5, bro.
So just like Tokyo said, it's not the standard. I think Sony is just literally right now trying everything in their power to try to just I don't know, better themselves at this point, especially ever since the Activision loss. That honestly has been when they've started on their downward
Freefall.
trend.
Yeah.
Was when they lost. Well, yeah, once they lost that Activision case, that was it. How do I say this? The best way to say this: Microsoft and Nintendo understand that they have a fractured fan base. They don't have these, like he said, Kool-Aid drinking people that Sony have. So they're gonna go to where the best for their bang is gonna be, as far as their money. If Microsoft decided to go to a $700 console, Nintendo's gonna get all that fan base.
Yeah,
and they're gonna get that for another reason. The Game Pass is going to Switch. The Game Pass is going to Nintendo. That's a done deal. It's just a matter of when. You understand? Sony doesn't have that. Right now is the opportunity for Microsoft to swoop in and sell the Series X for $100 less than what it is. Sell the Series S for $100 less than what it is. And if they decide to, which I doubt they're going to, but if they decide to bring in a mid-gen console like Sony is, like he said, put it at that $500 base right there.
Right.
You don't need to do more than that. You're going to allow your Game Pass be the selling point for your console. That's what you're going to do. That's how you're going to get these guys here. That's how you're going to get Sony people to jump over. That's how you're going to get Nintendo people to be like, you know what? Xbox is doing it right. That's how it's going to happen. I'm telling you right now. That's my future prediction.
Just said, now's the time for Microsoft to finally go into detail about their commitment to gaming preservation.
Yeah, especially with like I said, like about all these digital only games, only consoles, stuff like that. Like you're like we're only a few years away from a developer saying, you know what, I don't like the way this game came out. It doesn't exist anymore. You know, like you just snapping their fingers like Thanos, like, and then all of a sudden it's just gone.
Just as Sony right now is a trope of spiraling after a breakup. Look, man.
Oh yeah. Like Sony is definitely in a bad bathroom, giving themselves a bad haircut right now. Like it's not looking good for them.
And
you got the developers, not even the president of Sony in the bathroom right now, balled up, listening to Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball while taking a shower.
right, exactly.
Look, man, I had hope for it. I had hope for Sony after Jim Ryan left. I was not a fan of him. I respect what he did, right? Because PlayStation had great success under him. I was expecting new things with the new CEOs. Looking like it might be worse right now, man. But all right, take a deep breath, fellas. All right, because we going from something ridiculous.
Now you already boiled our blood, bro. So that's it. We're ready now.
We're going from something ridiculous to something more celebratory. The Dreamcast 25th anniversary was yesterday. We all remember 9/9/99. So here we are on September 10th. Before we get to the trivia, fellas, and anybody watching, you're allowed to play the trivia as well. But before we even get to that, I just want to get your thoughts, man. What are some of your favorite games, your memories of the Dreamcast? I'll start this one with game or live look. And what's the legacy of the Dreamcast?
Oh man, to me, the Sega Dreamcast will always hold a special place in my heart. Everything the Xbox is because the Dreamcast was. That's what it is. From the controller design to the multi-ports to just the way the game flowed, the way the developers made the games, Dreamcast opened that door for Microsoft to step in. My favorite game for that console was Ready to Rumble Boxing.
Right.
It was also Power Stone, and I absolutely people were gonna kill me for it because it was such a horrible game. but it was no, actually no. I'm sorry. Another game I loved on that console, like to this day, it's on my arcade cabinet, is NBA Showtime.
Okay.
NBA on NBC, especially turning on the game and you hear the old NBA on NBC song.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's it. It used to get so amped up playing that. Love that game. But Shenmue, Blue Streak,
And move.
just so many great games. You know, a lot of people don't realize if it wasn't for the Dreamcast, we wouldn't have NBA 2K.
Yeah.
Right.
If it wasn't for the Dreamcast, we would have never experienced NFL 2K5.
Right.
If it wasn't for the Dreamcast opened so many doors, especially for studios. Like you figure MLB 2K's baseball before the
Started on
recent
Dreamcast. Yep.
yeah, started on the Dreamcast. People don't realize that. That's where it all started. Dreamcast was Sega Sports. Let me correct that. Sega Sports opened so many doors and opportunities that we see today because of what Sega did. Top spin,
too, yeah.
exactly.
Top spin
Yes.
too.
Yeah. Sega Sports, man. Sega did. They went out with a bang. I'm not going to take. They went out with a bang. If this is how you're going to go out,
Yeah.
go out like this. I put it all. I did it all. There's nothing more I can give you. But I bet you're going to remember me for the rest of your life. Sure enough, that's what they did when they put that console out there.
Absolutely. Tokyo Swift.
I thought you was gonna hit the Frank Sinatra. Now I was like, oh, I did it my way.
I did it my
way. But yeah, like just like you said, man, like it was a great system. It was a great lineup of games, man. Like you said, like Ready to Rumble Boxing was one of my favorites too. Ready to Rumble Boxing, Power Stone was great. Crazy Taxi was fun. Stuff like that, man. It was so much cool stuff on that console, because that's the thing with Sega, like they push boundaries, man, like, and they really try to do anything out of the box, and like, because that's the reason why, because people would say, oh, Nintendo's weird, it's gonna be trying new stuff, like that Sega is the reason why, like that's why, like, Nintendo doesn't compete in the console war, stuff like that. They already won the console war, like they already won the console war. They got Sonic games on Nintendo, like it won.
Yeah.
And it was sad, like it was sad, having like Sega. You can see the downfall of Sega, and they going out of business like that. Especially because here in Japan, like there's like the Sega building in Akihabara and like in Tokyo. It's no longer the Sega building anymore. Like it's like some other company. I forget what it was. Like and it reminded me of that scene with Harry Potter. Like, how dare you stay where you stood, man? Like it's like, like how dare you stay? Like,
And
yo. Like it's so
I got another
sad,
one I
man.
forgot to mention here. The best part of the Sega Dreamcast wasn't even their games and wasn't even the gaming experience. It was their damn commercials. They probably had some of the greatest commercials we've ever seen for gaming consoles.
Absolutely,
from Randy
man.
Moss to Allen Iverson to Sonic to Afro Thunder, all those Raiden, all those people in one Marvel versus Capcom 2. The fact that arcade, that little console was the closest to an arcade port we've ever had.
Yeah, pretty much.
Came out of that box.
Look, man.
Pretty much.
I basically echo everything you guys said, man. Like I said, everybody who knows me, talk video games with me, they know I always say I don't care what it sold. I don't care what the PS2 did. I love the Dreamcast, man. Like, I know sometimes we can get tribal with our video game takes, and it's like, oh, but the Dreamcast, man, I don't like. To me, and I know in Japan it's different, right? Because in Japan it lasted longer, more games dropped for it, people still playing it. But the Dreamcast is just so innovative, man. And like Tokyo said, Sega was like, yo, like, why not try it? You know what I mean? If it don't work, cool. Bunch of stuff don't work. There's AAA games that drop every single year that are flops, and they never was afraid to try stuff, man. The Dreamcast was muddied because of the Saturn. They wanted to put out House of Dead 2 with the Sega light gun. That that Japan got, but Columbine happened and they had to shelve that. So we never got that here.
No.
Everything was against it, and yet it was still a good console. Like Gamer Live Look said, Sega Sports turned into 2K because they gave Visual Concept a chance because EA skated on them. And then what happened to EA?
EA got so scared that they bought the damn license to Madden. That's what happened. They got so scared.
Exactly. And 2K put them out of their baseball. So it's like, yo, at the end of the day, man, the Dreamcast is super dope. I'm still looking. Tokyo Swap, I'm gonna have to hit you up. I'm still looking for that blue one. Because I know in the
Dreamcast?
The blue Dreamcast, that's like somewhat.
Are you looking for the Sega Sports one or the regular one? Because remember, Dreamcast has the Sega Sports. They have the blue, the white, the black, and then they have the
actually both. So my plan is, because I want to do this with the 64, but that's a lot easier to find. I'm looking for both the Sega Sports one and there's a blue one that only released in Japan. I don't want to hook them up. I just want to have them like on display. But the Dreamcast itself, man, from like you guys said, the commercials to that startup intro, you know what I mean? We talk about all these other ones. I still remember the first time I saw the Dreamcast startup. It was just different, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's just it's just
that sound. That startup sound is up there with the PlayStation 1 startup sound.
When you first
it's up there when you first it just gives you goosebumps when you hear it.
All the way to like again when trying stuff, the VMU. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
VMU, they gave you a whole damn Tamagotchi to play with.
right.
Yeah, like yo, like let me know like what I'll do is that I'll go. Cause I need to go downtown anyway. Like so I'll check out some of these games because like I'll be trying to tell you, man. Like yo, like the retro game scene here is like is damn like literally any game you could just write any game or any console. I can just walk literally like 15 minutes from my house like in the sea like
so
there's like there's
what's
so
the
many
pricing up there? What's the pricing over there though?
It's not easy. I mean, like it's
over here it's crazy.
If it's limited edition stuff, then yeah. Like so, for instance, like apparently, Panasonic has an all silver silver GameCube console.
I've heard of it. Yeah,
I didn't even know it existed until I saw it. Like that was like almost like they were selling that for almost like $1,000.
That was probably a revisit. That was probably a revisit from when they originally partnered up when they made the 3DO.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, but for instance, like a couple weeks ago, I ended up buying a Nintendo Wii. I had a black one, like a black Nintendo Wii. I paid like $30 for it. So I mean, like it's and it works just fine. Like it had no problems with it. Not knock on wood. No problems with it at all. So like that. So I'm like, you can find like I was telling Jay, I'm like I don't remember the last time I went to one of those electronic stores and I didn't see a Dreamcast. I didn't see a Sega Saturn with a bunch of different colors, or a Nintendo 64 with a bunch of different colors, or like it's like stuff like that. So I'm like any of those like that's what I'm saying. Like PS5, like I see PS5s like almost on a daily basis. Like especially the used ones, because there's a bunch of them, because we know why, because a lot of people are selling back the PS5s because they don't, because that's what I'm saying, like for a console to be like exclusive, what exclusive games do you have?
Right.
And a lot of people don't want to have that question, or they'll deflect. What exclusive do Xbox games have? I'm like, we're like none, pretty, right. but Xbox ain't trying. The Xbox don't care about exclusives. PlayStation does. So where are the exclusives? What is like? Okay, why do I need to buy this? Because it's like I'm not playing with the Last of Us again. I'm not playing that again. So it's like like I'm telling like honestly, until they talk about a new Ghost of Tsushima game, PlayStation they won't step foot in my house until at least I hear about stuff like that.
Just happy birthday Dreamcast, and the Dreamcast can rent a car now. They grow up too fast.
Yeah,
Like,
like it's
He's
like,
been drinking for a long time.
yeah. 25 years is a long time, man.
All
It's
right.
a long
Speaking
time.
of Dreamcast, let's just play a quick game of trivia about the Dreamcast game with live looking Tokyo Swifts going square off. There is no prize this time except for bragging rights. We all love trivia. Next time, like I said, I already spoke to Jess. I'm gonna have her do the questions.
I
so
got
that
some
way I can
casino
play as
chips.
well.
Talk to me.
Some
Got some
casino
casino
chips.
chips. Talk to me.
All right, this will be in place of the spin wheel. Are y'all ready?
Let's
Go
go.
for it.
All right, let me know if y'all can hear this. So I'll drop the link in the chat, or you can scan the QR code. Just let me know which I prefer.
We're doing it through the phone. All right.
Are we doing the phone? Okay. I mean,
I'm gonna get a QR code.
it's right there. Excuse me.
All right.
Got it.
If you're playing at home, just let me know. Obviously, the game pin is 894-5744. Jess is in there. Anybody else? I know y'all watching the debates, but I see some of y'all, especially on Twitter, y'all probably watching both. Come play some trivia instead. Because of sake of time, I'm only going to give this about another minute, and then we just going to start being that there's no actual prize online or anything.
I'm waiting.
Right.
Oh, One Eye Willie is here.
All right. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you because I don't know how well I'm gonna do like that because like I played Dreamcast, but like it wasn't enough, man. Like that I played it, so it's like dang, can I even answer some of these questions? But I'm gonna give it a college try though.
Yeah, exactly. Now listen,
give it a try.
We're just here to have fun, bro.
I will say some of these in here are obvious. Like some I did try to make it a little more challenging, but a lot of them, some of them, the answers are you already answered, believe it or not. So it's all about how fast can you read the question. One of them you will have to put in order. So I'll let you know. Speaking of that, let me randomize it now. So that way
we're watching.
Yeah, there you go. It's randomized. There you go. All right. Y'all ready to start? Let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun.
It.
Dreamcast 25th anniversary trivia. Let's get it. I'll read the questions as well, just for those who listen only. How many total units of the Dreamcast were sold worldwide by the time it was discontinued? 6.8 million, 13.5, 9.13, and or 11. Correct answer was 9.13 million.
Yeah, it was like it was a weird number, so it had to be that.
So we got Jess in first place.
Jess.
Oh, okay.
And then game or live. Look, remember, it's not also about who got it right, but who got it right first.
Yeah.
Next question.
Let's go.
Which phrase was not associated with the Dreamcast? Not 999, up to 6 billion players. It's thinking 299.
Yeah.
299. That's infamous for Sony after they undercut the Sega Saturn.
Really? I thought it was up to 6.
Up to 6 billion players was a slogan when they released the web browser. When they claimed they would have 6 billion players on their network, which is obviously lofty.
That's I mean, so it basically everyone in the world.
Right. All right.
That's Jess. Jess is rocking us.
Yeah, Jess is like
809.
It's like you brought in the ringer, man. Like
I see.
Next up, we got a true or false. The Dreamcast used CDs for its games. CDs. That is kind of the hint I will give you. They use CDs for the game. True or false? The correct answer is false. They use GD-ROMs. That's why Dreamcast games were so easy to pirate. That's why they had that problem.
But they were CDs though. They were actual CDs. They were compact discs.
They were discs that were compacted. Like
they were proprietary. They were proprietary GD.
Then the question should be what format? Yeah, it should be about the format, not the disc.
I said reread the question.
No, it says CDs. It's a trick question. Come on.
That's a trick question.
All right. Now we playing against the referees here.
Luckily,
now we playing against the refs.
So the score is not affected. We still got Justin in first place. Swift in second. Yeah. I promise this next one is straightforward. It's not a trick question. I had to throw something in there. I had to throw something in there. This is a puzzle. In order. Rank these games in order of launch date.
Oh, okay.
NBA 2K, Power Stone, Crazy Taxi, Spider-Man. I wasn't sure how this one worked. I just saw the option. I extended it to 1 minute. Obviously, once all three of you answer, it'll end anyway. The correct order is Power Stone, which is a launch title. NBA 2K dropped that November. Crazy Taxi dropped in 2000, and Spider-Man dropped in 2001.
Damn, like I had 2K and Crazy Taxi switched. Like I could have swore Crazy Taxi was.
I could have sworn Crazy Taxi was a launch title. Yeah,
that's like I thought it was a launch title.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was too, and I had to look it up. It wasn't. I thought it was too.
Wow.
I know Spider-Man. I know Spider-Man was last though because the movie came out in 2001.
We're doing horrible here.
Yeah, we're doing real bad.
It's not changed. This is what I mean when I said a few of them was going to be tougher. Because, like I said, I would have gotten that one wrong. I would have swore Crazy Taxi was a launch title, but it wasn't. It's just a popular Dreamcast game.
This question was tough. The other one, like, it was just cheating, man. Like, it's like,
anyways,
we're still talking about that.
Which Dreamcast game is known for pioneering cel-shaded graphics in video games? Jet Set Radio, Skies of Arcadia, Power Stone, or Crazy Taxi?
I knew this one.
Jet Set Radio.
I knew this one, yeah.
Let's see what we got. Tokyo Swift has jumped. In the first place, Jess at 1612, Gaming with Live Look in third place.
I remember Jet Set Radio.
What was the final official game released for Dreamcast in North America? Sonic Adventure 2, NHL 2K2, Phantasy Star Online, or Shenmue 2? The correct answer is NHL 2K2. That was the very last game. It actually came out in late 2002. The very last game released for Dreamcast. So let's see how this affected the score. Gamer Live Look is on the board. Swift.
Let's go.
Swift is in first place. Jess in second, and Gamer Live Look is on the board. We got 5 questions left. Let's get to it. Man,
like I thought it was Shenmue, because
I thought it was Shenmue too, but then I was like, wait a minute.
1 month.
Like, this is
separates them, so it's not a bad guess.
Because that's the one of the games that was credited for killing the Dreamcast.
How many buttons were on the standard Dreamcast controller, excluding the D-pad?
Dang.
The correct answer is 5.
What? How is it 5? You got the 2 triggers and the 4 buttons. That's 6.
No, triggers are not buttons. Triggers are not
buttons. Man. Come on, man.
You have the 4 face buttons and you have the start button. That is
man. Oh, get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
Triggers are not buttons. No,
this is rigged.
Yeah,
they click when you press them.
We're gonna do Xbox trivia.
So look. When the game says press any button to start, and you pull the trigger, and it starts.
It's considered a button.
That's a button.
It doesn't work a lot of times.
It works all the time.
It works every time.
Go back and check it. It doesn't work.
It works every time. It works every time. Name me a game where it don't work.
Yo, Jess, we know you paid for this one. We know you paid for this one, Jess.
We are gonna have Xbox trivia, so hint, triggers do not count. The
triggers count.
RB and LB, hence the button term.
Hold on.
Work.
I have a Pro controller that says the trigger is a clickable button.
Yeah. So do
You
I.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So do I.
This is a click. This isn't a trigger. It's a click.
Let me find that mute button. Like
I got that.
Jess is in first place. Swift in
Push
second
is.
place. Gamer Live looking third.
Shenanigans.
On to the next.
This is a bunch of hoopla.
Which Dreamcast game was infamous for being one of the most expensive video games to develop at the time of its release? Echo the Dolphin, Phantasy Star Online, Resident Evil Nemesis, and Shenmue. The correct answer is Shenmue.
Yeah, I think Shenmue was almost like $30 million, right? Or some crazy number like that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was
low key, that's all I talked about.
It's all because that's what I was saying. Because Shenmue is like credited, even though it was a good game, it was just considered a flop because they spent so much money developing it and they couldn't recoup it. Like this what helped kill the Dreamcast.
All right, let's see. All right, first place now. They're going back and forth. Game or Live Look is catching up. We got a few questions left. Let's get to the next one. Quiz.
Oh, wait.
What Dreamcast code name during its development phase?
Oh, I forget.
Katana, Jupiter, Neptune, or the Saturn II? The correct answer Jupiter. Was Katana.
I thought it was that Neptune.
Jupiter actually was the Saturn's code name.
Yeah. That I knew. That's why I picked Neptune because Neptune is the next planet after Saturn. It makes sense.
32X was Mars, so it's not a bad guess. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm like, so if anything, like Sega messed up. Not me.
All right, so the score stays the same.
I had the correct answer. Sega has the wrong answer.
Tokyo Swift is still in first place, but you see the game is tightening up. Let's get to the next one. Quiz. Which company partnered with Sega to release a Windows CE development kit for the Dreamcast? This is the give me. Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, or IBM? The correct answer is Microsoft. Hence the Windows.
It's Windows, bro. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know why I did that.
This is in first place.
Cool. Now the last place.
Gamer Live Look has jumped into second, Swift in third. All right, here we go. Quiz. What is this?
Cordinani.
The UUU, the CPU, the memory cast, or the VMU?
Yes.
The correct answer is the VMU.
I came in for the. Did I come in for the steal? Did I come in for the steal?
Let's see.
Did I come in for the steal?
In third place, we got Tokyo Swift.
Oh wow.
In second place, we got Jess.
Boom! The comeback. The comeback.
At the very end.
The comeback.
Here we go. Dreamcast 25th anniversary trivia. Shout out to Dreamcast having five actual buttons.
Honestly, it'll be a closer game if we ain't get jerked on those questions, Tokyo. Just remember that.
Yeah, just remember that. Like it's like, cause like I mean, I don't. In what world is that? It's not considered.
It's not a button exactly. Like you got a circle with a hole in it. You put a console. Hey, that's not a CD. What?
Yeah, I'm like, fam. Like it's the disc is compacted. It's literally a compact disc.
The format is there. If you would have asked what was their format, then you could have kind of gave us a different thing.
Yeah, this is different.
That was the question.
Yeah. A DVD is a CD. Like what has differences. Like this is like shenanigans. I could declare shenanigans. This whole
we love you though, Jay. No matter how you try to tip, he tried to tip the scale to Jess, but it's all right. I got it. Man. It was. She was the inside man. She was the inside man.
First off, the question had Windows in it.
Oh, that's your boy.
Yeah,
That's your boy, right? Hey,
Yeah, so like that
Jay.
was me not paying attention, man. It's not,
Jay,
that's
Jay,
it, man. That's it.
Jay, I'm not pointing fingers.
Yeah, that's it, man. Like that one, man. Like it's like it's early in the morning, man. Like,
Game or live alert, I'm gonna get on you too because none of these games are so shaded besides Jet Set Radio. I was expecting you to get that one. I was expecting you to get that.
I never even played Jet Set Radio. Let me put it
really?
that way. Yep.
Okay. That's fair then. Let's see. The final game. This one was this Shenmue 2 was a good guess because again it was 1 month
it was within the last month, yeah.
Yeah. So but technically the hockey game. Let's see what else.
Yeah, because like I said, like Shenmue is credited for killing the Dreamcast. So you would think that I mean probably be the last one. They was like, okay, no more, like no mas, we can't do this anymore.
This one right here, I was surprised because if y'all realize, if the only one we didn't mention on here was 6 billion players in 299. We talked about the other one in the actual show. 299 is just the infamous PlayStation one. When they said the Saturn was going to cost 400, my man walked up there and just said
299 and walked away.
Yeah, they just walked away. Like,
see, like, and it's wild, like, and now look at Sony $700. It's like
I should have known because when the Dreamcast dropped, it was $199.99.
Right.
Yeah,
I should have known that.
It's like the Dark Knight quotes that you either die young and be a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Like it's like, yo, like can't believe it, man.
And then this one was interesting because again, Crazy Taxi is not a launch game. Everyone just assumes it is. So I was wondering if y'all was gonna assume it was too.
But like that's why I definitely put Power Stone first because I knew for a fact that was a launch game. So I put that.
I put Crazy Taxi first, and then Power Stone, and then I went 2K Spider-Man. Spider-Man was the last one.
Yeah, like Spider-Man was definitely the last one. I knew that because I mean Dreamcast came out in '99, like in a movie came out it came out I think 2001, yeah, something like that. Yeah. So
yeah. So at first I was gonna make this one like a trick question. I was gonna put all launch games, but I was like, nah, I'll actually search for.
Oh, you know what? See, like you know what? Like now I feel stupid because it makes sense because like that 2K would be a launch title because like 2K games usually come out in September. Yeah, like see, like damn it. Like now see, like this is what happens when you actually sit there and you think about it. It's like now you feel stupid.
And then
I didn't even think about
right
that.
here, Katana.
Yes.
That was just goofy. If all the other ones were planets, why this one got to be a blade?
Right, like it's like because like you said, especially because like the project codes for like for the other Sega systems were all planets. So it's like it makes sense. Like the logic is there. So we got that one right. Sega got it wrong.
So this one, honestly, I would have gotten right only because I watched so many documentaries on the Dreamcast on YouTube and stuff that the whole thing was Katana was supposed to slash the competition.
Wow.
That's the only reason why I would have known that. I would have gotten wrong, obviously, the launch one because I forgot about Crazy Taxi myself.
Yeah, like slash.
You would have gotten the CD one wrong too because your mind would have went to.
I would have.
All right, Dr.
Seuss.
All right, Dr. Seuss. Go ahead with your storytelling.
I promise you. When I think of Dreamcast, the first thing I think of is the pirated games, man. It was so.
You can pirate
games. You can pirate CD.
Pirate CD.
You could pirate games with a CD burner.
Yes.
For the Dreamcast.
Yes.
That's why they were GD-ROMs. And that's why it was PlayStation technically used CDs, and it was harder to burn PlayStation games than it was to burn Sega. They shot themselves.
See, here we go. I'm mad at so I Googled this. Like, is like GED-ROM or gigabyte disc is a CD format developed by Yamaha. It's a CD, fam. Like it's like, yo,
come on.
I want my points. I want my points.
Come on, exactly.
I want my points. Like it's a CD. Like yo, it's a CD.
This competition is under protest.
Yeah, it's under protest now, man. Like, yeah, it's like
I don't get no type of grace because who didn't pick VMU when I said it literally in the last segment?
That's your side of the world, baby.
Okay,
that's your people's.
And then the crazy part is, if you look at the picture, it says visual memory unit.
like, because that's the thing. It's like,
hold on.
I knew it was there, but then I was like, wait, but what is a memory thing? And I just like instantly pick memory instead. Like,
Jay, you better walk to that other room and start putting hands on people. That came. One of those answers came from inside your house.
Yo, but all right, yo, we'll have some more trivia as some more anniversaries. Hint, hint. Xbox. The original Xbox turns what? Would that be 23?
23
in November.
24.
So
well, wait, when did it launch?
2001.
2001.
Yeah.
So it'll be 23, 24.
Yeah. So we'll play some trivia. We're also going to play some trivia on some games. Hint, hint.
Old Duke.
Fable turns 20 coming up. So this is a forewarning. Get your Fable knowledge. I know y'all are fans of Fable. Get your Fable knowledge up. But for now, that's all we got for this week's show. Game Alive. Look, you're welcome back and anytime. Appreciate you, Tokyo Swift.
I appreciate
you as always.
2 for 2. And Tokyo Swift was in this one. And Tokyo was in this one.
Streaking. Okay.
Gotta defend the crown. Special shout out to Wave right now who had a birthday dinner for his daughter. Shout out to her.
Happy birthday to your daughter, Wave, brother.
Absolutely. We'll be back next week. We'll catch y'all. We out. Peace.
On the next one.